Hello, everybody. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. It's been about a month since the last show. That's fine. There are reasons for it. Reasons I don't want to talk about yet, but we'll talk about them in the future when I take EA to court for what he's done.
You know, I apologize. I said I was sorry for that. We don't have to go to court for this. You know that?
We're going to... My feelings are hurt. I'm crying right now. The tears, you can hear the tears coming out of my eyes.
Would you like some chocolate instead?
I would like to get chocolate wasted so I can forget about these painful memories.
Okay, you got a deal.
Co-host, introduce yourself.
I am the newly sued Everything Animated, but apparently we settled it out of court with a box of chocolates.
Hello, people. It is Oski the Savage. I'm trying to adjust. Just waking up.
Yes.
So yeah.
Adjusting. So, before we even get into any of the festives today, there is a topic that for years has been very important for me, and it's something that is happening in America, and it's the first time I've ever really talked about a topic like this. So, I usually refrain from talking about anything real life because I think that it's very rare that a topic like this can come up and deserves any kind of discussion, you know, like in relation to anime. But I feel that this does affect the anime community in some ways. So, well, I mean, the Black Lives Matter movement. I think I've wanted to talk about this. I brought it up. These two gentlemen were okay talking about it. So, yeah. I mean, what can you say? So, if you don't know about what happened, a man named George Floyd was killed by police officers, pretty much murdered. They sat on him for a total of like almost 9 minutes.
Yeah.
8 minutes 46 seconds.
And he was screaming for his life, and nobody could do anything. Then other police officers sat by and let it happen, all because of a supposed $20 counterfeit bill. And if by the way, I'm already seeing it. Seeing people in the live chat, if you're gonna say anything, like it's part of an anti-white narrative, you're gone. You're gone. So, be respectful. All I ask. So, what is your guys' experience with this? We're not going to talk about it the whole show. Just we're gonna dedicate the first part of the show to it because it's something that is important to me. What is your guys' experience with this, and how do you feel about it? Because it's been almost a month since it started.
Yeah, it has. For me personally, I think I was just as upset with everyone else out there when this happened. And this is, it's there's race involved in it, but at the same time, there's everyone from one side can see the injustice, and everyone can see that this is something that pisses people off to a certain point where people just fight back to where they just can't take it anymore. This is ugly. This is disgusting. And I've always felt that the police, any type of police, there needs to be reform, and there needs to be policing of the police. They cannot just police themselves. And I've been a huge fan of that for a while because there's countless of stories and countless of times in which there's just like people getting off over little things. Well, not little. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. Not little things, but getting off to where they treat it as a little thing, but it should be something bigger than that. And I was proud to I forgot what day it was, but it was on a Tuesday where everybody went marching. I was proud to say that I was part of that as well, because I never felt this way about anything in my life, really, as far as wanting to join a protest or be a part of something. But I felt like I needed to be a part of something, so I was there with a whole bunch of people in downtown Phoenix, just getting our voices heard, and I feel as if our voices were heard. I feel like there's a lot more work that we need to do, and yeah, the justice system, I agree, it needs to be way better, because what one person gets, as far as like a sentence, the other person that just so happens to be a person of color gets an even worse sentence. And I don't think that's right. I think there needs to be equality when it comes to that. And it's just, it's definitely something that it irks me. And I know I will never understand being a white person, but I understand that I will never understand. You know what I mean? And that, I can voice my hatred towards it as well, and help any way that I can. And that's what I really got to say about that.
For me, the whole thing hit me pretty hard because I have someone who's just a kid, and she is black. She's not even 3. And to think what she may have to go through in her life, that when she's walking out on the street, something bad could happen to her from the people that are supposed to protect her and serve her just because of the color of her skin. It's really it makes me I don't want to say fearful, but it makes me a little, kind of, maybe a little, but like, it just makes me worried among anything else. And I mean, you see, I saw a video of an elderly white man. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this video, walking up to a police officer, and the police officer shoves him down.
Yeah.
And he's bleeding from his head, not even moving. And they're just walking around him, not even really caring about this guy. It's like, man, like, what happened? What happened? Recently, I also watched like a bunch of, because after this happened, I felt like I should have educated myself on many things. And so I watched a documentary on Netflix called Let It Fall, 1982 to 1992, about the LA riots, all the things that that happened in the 80s and that built up all the way into the 90s, and what caused this riot, and what happened in the riot, and how it set people back. The awful things of what the police chief did. I also learned about this thing called Black Wall Street. And I don't know if you guys know about this, but Black Wall Street was...
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, it was Tulsa, Oklahoma, I believe. Early 1900s, 1920s. And it was... Basically, it kind of came down to a bunch of white people trying to exterminate all the black people in their town because of a gun misfiring and some misunderstanding that may have just been maybe an affair of some sort between some 19-year-old black kid and some 17-year-old white girl. And it got to the point where people were flying in planes over the city, town, and just jumping or dropping like turpentine balls, destroying black-owned businesses. And at the time, this place was like the most wealthy. It was the most wealthy town for black people, something like that. And so it was like it was just really crazy stuff went down. And the other one, of course, is the KKK bombed the church and killed four kids, four black kids. And I didn't know that there could be so much like pure hatred in people's hearts just because, you know, the pigmentation on somebody's skin. Just it kind of shook me to my core a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's my 2 cents on the thing. Just it affected me a little bit personally just because I have someone in my who will have to go through these. And as well, if you haven't already, there's a podcast by the New Day. New Day did a podcast. If you don't know who the New Day are, they're a trio of wrestlers in the WWE, and they're four black gentlemen or three black gentlemen, and they talk about this in one of their podcasts. I'll try to link it in the description after the show's finished, but I definitely highly recommend it. It's a great podcast. It is fantastic. Anyone, especially if you're living in America, should listen to it because they talk about many of the same things. Yeah.
Okay. I guess for me, I seen the video when it first showed up, talking about George Floyd. And when I seen it, initially I didn't even really feel anything because I felt that desensitized to seeing videos like that. That's how bad it got. Because it was, I've talked about this before on my channel, when situations like this arise, and I talk about, it's a racial component. That's why the whole Black Lives Matter movement is happening. And it's also a police problem to where you just have people who think that when they wear that badge, they're above the law. And I guess the first place I want to go is the Black Lives Matter thing, because I want to go here because a lot of people, like we got it in the chat, seem to think that, when we bring up Black Lives Matter, people will bring up All Lives Matter. And the reason why it's specifically Black Lives Matter and not All Lives Matter is because it's a focus. We're seeing a problem to where there's a discrepancy between how a certain race is treated over, uh, all races in general in America specifically, but you could say worldwide as well. And because we aren't treated equally, that's why it's Black Lives Matter. All lives can't matter if Black lives don't matter. So that's
right.
That's why that movement exists. And I hate when people bring up All Lives Matter, because even though for some people, if you say that, I can understand the sentiment behind it, because you're trying to say in some cases that, everybody's lives matter, which is true. But a lot of the times people bring it up in opposition to people saying Black Lives Matter, and that's where the problem starts, because you should be trying to fight with us instead of trying to combat us on this issue. And I'm happy that I've seen a lot of white people, follow this movement, whether they're showing up to the parade, whether they're speaking out on social media and things of that nature. I'm happy to see people aboard this movement. You're starting to see like sports and everything. And even though I think it's disingenuous on the side of a lot of companies, because like when Colin Kaepernick when he took his knee, and he was speaking about the same thing that we're talking about, people weren't on board with it then. But now that
Think I lost you, Satsuki?
oh, you guys said, oh, I cut
Okay.
out?
You're okay, you're back. Gonna pause there.
Wow. Oh, okay. I was just saying that even though like some companies that I'm seeing are being disingenuous with being part of this, it's like a popular thing. like a small, small
I'm
can just
losing you,
ignore.
Satsuki. I don't know why. Hold on, let me see here. All right, we good? Are we good?
I think so. Sasuke?
I think we're losing Satsuki here.
Oh no, he's gonna reset.
Oh, okay, here we go. But yes, the all life, like when people say all lives matter, I think they're missing the point entirely. It's not. I think there's a lot of people who, where it's like, why is it suddenly when Black Lives Matter, it's now
Uh-oh.
all lives matter?
Says he can't even join.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, here we go. But Satsuki, are you there?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't
That's
know
weird.
what's going on.
What I was saying is that why is it that now all lives matter just because now suddenly we're trying to make Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, it's just a problem of that, that hashtag being brought up, that movement being brought up in opposition to Black Lives Matter. It should be a combined effort to, bring up injustices like this and get people to remove some of the bias they have, because a lot of times there is a bias, and it's just something that needs to be removed, because we can't keep having cases like this. Because like that's why I said when I first seen the video I was desensitized, because I just keep seeing it. I just it's an issue. I should not feel like that. I should be anger every time I see it. And I was eventually, but it took me having to think about, how he was feeling in that moment to really get, light a fire under me. But when I seen it initially, I felt detached, because I keep seeing it over and over. And the problem is with cops specifically, the issue becomes, because a lot of the things that are brought up too when situations like this happen, and then we people start movements and fight against the injustice. People will bring up, what about black on black crime, which that's kind of like a myth, because that's more people just committed crimes because of proximity, because black people are likely to be around more black people. But people will bring that up, and the problem with that is, usually when a black guy commits a crime, especially if they're caught on video, they're getting locked up, they're getting prosecuted, they're spending time behind bars. The issue is the cops aren't. A lot of times we'll see them get fired, we'll see them get paid leave. Sometimes no consequences will be. They will take no consequence. That's the huge problem in all of it, because at the end of the day you can't really stop people from doing what they do. But as far as like, what happened in the video, the officers could have stepped up and did something. And as far as like what happens after this, all the officers that were involved can get time behind bars, and that's what needs to happen. Because if people keep getting off, why would they change what they're doing? Why would cops change acting like they're above the law when they keep getting proven that they are above it, because they keep getting off in cases like this? So,
It's
that's my take on it.
also often hard to prosecute police officers. They're not only are these police officers underpaid, but they act like a brotherhood. They support one another when something bad happens.
Yep.
And it's it's like it needs, like, the issue is police officers are above the law when they should be held to the law more than even normal citizens are. Does that make sense?
I'm sorry. It's just I was trying to get rid of this freaking idiot in the chat.
Oh yeah. I forgot that I could have banned this guy already. Yes,
Yeah.
like I said, if you know if you're spewing false information, if you're being obviously racist, or you're gone, you're gone. Like be respectful. Come on. But yeah,
It's just crazy, and I agree, police officers, they need to be held to a higher standard. It's one of those things where it's like, what do they always tell law-abiding citizens? Ignorance of the law is not, you can't however the saying goes, you can't escape that. You have to do time. I think cops should do the exact same thing. How about also at the same time have a heart? I don't know what human being in their right mind that thinks putting their knee on somebody's back of their neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds justifies. It's just it's really upsetting. It's really annoying, and I really think the best way to change all this is, of course, we got to go the whole political route. You got to talk to your local politicians. You got to get laws to get changed. You got to make it to where, I mean, they already kind of started doing it already, where certain chokeholds are being banned into where they can't use it anymore because it's been proved in the past that they're killing people for using a chokehold over something not even worth killing somebody over. So, yeah, I think it's about time to get this to get things changed, because yeah, I've been seeing it for a long time. And as far as where I live, in the state of Arizona, we have a good mix of people from all different backgrounds and whatnot, but there's injustices even where we're at. I've seen it. You see it on the news.
well,
Your heart goes out to everybody.
yeah. I guess, I mean, that's really all we can speak on it currently. But I just wanted to focus a little bit of time at the beginning of this episode to talk about this. So, yeah. I guess we can go ahead and get into the show. Sorry for people if they've already heard all this before. Like I said, we're coming in a month late on this. But it's a topic that's important to me. It affects me personally. I wanted to talk about it a little bit. Shed some light. Give it a little bit of, a little bit of a boost, I guess, so to speak. So, with that being said, on more lighter topics, let's talk about the wholesome Arte. It's the final episode.
Yeah.
What did
It
you
was
guys... I mean, it's been a long ride. Our adventure with Arte.
It's been a nice little send-off.
Yeah.
It was a nice send-off to I guess just I pretty much expected everything to go the way that it was, but at the end of the series, the show, whatever you want to call it, it was fun. It was cute. It was charming. What can you do?
Yeah, I love the... So we didn't cover the last, after episode 7. We didn't really cover much of that. But I loved when Arte went to Venecia, or Venice, which is actually kind of funny because I recently got done watching an anime called Aria the Animation, which takes place Neo Venecia, which is like a recreation of Venice. Are we there?
I want to say I'm here. People are just like, for some reason, loving us in the chat all of a sudden.
I'm here.
Oh,
My
shit.
bad.
Well, okay, so what did you guys think about when Arte went to Venecia, as they call it in Japanese, which is my favorite thing. They call it Venecia.
I loved it.
Yeah, it
was.
was. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I love the interactions between Arte and Katarina. I wasn't shocked that Arte went back home because I always felt like the way she and Leo left it, Leo left it. Um, she had to have come back, but their relationship was just cute to me, and I liked how Arte was like a source of inspiration for Katarina to be more outspoken because Arte was brung up to be the painter and also kind of Katarina's etiquette teacher, but we learned that she didn't need that at all. Really, what she needed was just a person to, I don't know, guide her, I guess, and support her against her father, who was like they didn't fix that issue either because the father's just like a bad guy. Like he wants his daughter to be a certain way, and if it's not that way, then he's having issues. But yeah, I like what was going on in Venice.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love the addition of the little girl. I thought she was
Katarina.
yeah, I thought she was a fun character because we saw her go from this like I thought it was brilliant like when she was like when Arte was like, why aren't you like wanting to learn any of this stuff? And she's like, I did. Like I've learned all of it. And I thought that was a really cool reveal and how it actually played into her character. Like she wasn't herself around her parents because her parents like her mother didn't really speak up much like to her father, and it was kind of like you just keep to yourself and you just go like you don't, I guess, put your neck out, so to speak, in that family. And it was kind of like she couldn't be herself around her parents. I love that. I thought that was a really nice cool thing for her character. And she was also a tsundere at one point, which I thought was pretty funny.
Yeah, it was really cute though. I wish they would have hugged or something. But I'm glad they write letters to each other, and then Arte left off by saying, "Will you be my friend?" I thought it was just great interactions between the two, and I think like in the future, Katarina's going to be just like Arte in the fact that she'll be outspoken. She's not going to be the typical noble girl. She's going to be she's going to speak her mind in the future, I feel like, because she's already going on the path where it's unconventional, I guess you can say, because she took up cooking.
Yeah. I thought it was really like she had the same kind of ambitions that Arte did. Like, and she almost had her same things taken away, and she rose above that. As for, I guess, this last, so I heard the last episode. This is like an anime original ending. Have you guys heard about that?
Nah, I haven't.
No.
I can't like, I don't know if that's an actual thing or not, but that's what apparently, that's what apparently it is. It's an anime original ending, which I thought was really fascinating because apparently this manga goes on for longer. So I wonder if like there is like still like if it goes on longer, like is there this romance between Leo? Because as we know, on Mal it was tagged with romance. But as we saw in the final episode, she didn't come back for Leo. She came back because of her own reasons.
She got long hair.
That's not a
she
thing.
got. I want to say she got long hair now.
Yeah, her hair did look longer when she came back.
Yeah, she doesn't have that rat tail ponytail looking thing going on. I'm like, thank God. The thing's ugly.
Oh God. What did you guys think about the crowd from the last episodes coming back to help out Arte?
It was like the Avengers. It's like everybody just showed up. They were like, "We gotta help with this painting." Leo's out. Um, it's just funny that Arte, like, it's funny that they showed up to help Arte because I guess Leo was out for a couple of days, so they didn't think to help him then. They were just like, okay, we're gonna wait for Arte to show up, and now we're gonna help. So that was funny to me, but I expected it considering it was the last episode. I could see how this was an anime original, or yeah, original ending, because I do feel like there could have been a lot more explored. But as far as everybody grouping up to paint, it was cool. I like the fact that there were the people that touched Arte's life in the painting. Like it was Veronica in there, Katerina, Angelo, her mom, I think her dad as well. And then her mom showed up too at the end. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, and she put like all the people in her mural. That was pretty cute.
Yeah, all the people she influenced in her life.
Yeah,
and she influences people with just that wonderful spirit and lifting up bags of clay with nothing but all of her back.
Man, she's gonna get a hernia.
She's gonna get a hernia and get scoliosis or whatever it's called when she's like 20. and you know she's never gonna have kids from Leo.
Oh God! Why is that a thing? I hate it so much. I hate it so much.
I mean, she's like 18 now, right?
Yeah,
it's
a lot of time.
I talked about it, but it's not necessarily the age difference that really, it really puts me off this ship or whatever you want to call it. It's really just the master and student relationship. I don't like it.
I mean, to me, it's. I think it is. It's like it's the teacher-student relationship. I think that's what makes it a little weird. But like, I think they've just like really avoided it in this anime version. Like this anime version, just like it's not really about the romance.
It's about the art. Day.
Arte.
Yeah, it was pretty much like once Arte had that one episode where she didn't know what I guess a physical attraction was. Like once that blew over, it was never really put in light again with Arte and Leo. Mm-hmm. I was glad to see that. So I really didn't want romance, at least on those two, to be pushed. Now, if it was Arte and Angelo, all for it. Both apprentices, both seemingly around the same age. Really good with that. Arte and Leo, no.
Yeah. So, I mean, what did you guys think about Arte?
As far as the show altogether?
I mean, I guess we gotta like kill and pass it. Are we gonna kill it on its last episode?
I mean, is there a point? Is there a point of killing and passing? Why not just say what we thought about it?
I don't make the rules.
Okay, fine. Damn, I'm killing it. It was so cute. I'm killing it. There, you happy?
Oh my God. Satsuki, what do you think? Are you killing it?
Now we'll only have one thing to talk about next week.
I guess like overall, this anime was. I don't think it was anything special. Like it's not an anime I would hard recommend to anyone. But I feel like it is a chill anime if you really want to watch something. I'll be like, yeah, check out Arte. It's just something fun. Overall, yeah, it's a cool series. While it may not be like revolutionary or anything like that, I think it was consistently at a consistent level of decency. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll say that.
It's a solid show. It sugarcoats some things of like what it is. What was it like back then? And I imagine it would be much more harsh on Arte being a woman
Yeah.
back then than the what they represent. But that's fine as long as I'm getting like some solid representation of it, and it's a good story that doesn't insult my intelligence. It's like Arte is like QRW6 says. It's a big refresher, and I think it's pretty cool to see a character like Arte and to see a story like Arte, even though Arte isn't exactly the most, I don't know, original attempt at something. I guess like it plays it really safe, but it's fun.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's easy to watch.
I think you just like saying the word arte.
Arte.
You like to say it with that Italian accent. Arte.
This is a great name, to be fair.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
But too bad I had to kill it though.
Yeah, too bad. I guess, since EA had to kill it, I guess I'm gonna kill it as well.
It was such a great show. It's fucking dead.
We're done. We're not talking about it anymore after this. You're never
Thank
gonna.
God.
The outrage is insane. We're never talking about it again.
Thank God.
Satsuki, are you ever gonna talk about this anime again on this channel?
I don't think I will.
Are you outraged?
I am rage quitting.
Oh my God. Rage quitting Arte. She's just so damn cute. We're just done. Let's talk about being done.
Speaking of being done,
Let's talk
Oh
about.
my God.
Let's talk about.
And the shots are hidden. Let's do it.
my hands are rubbing together.
Let's talk about yesterday, episode 12, The Long Way or whatever it's called.
That other day.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about it because I think I have some interesting discussion.
Cool, I can't wait. I'm gonna do it first because I know Sasuke's got a lot to say. So I'm just going to basically just give my honest opinion. This is what you call a huge letdown. This is what you call setting it up towards something just to basically say, you know what, let's just give the fans what they want, because you're not supposed to listen to the fans. You're supposed to do what's right for the story. I mean, yeah, we all say ship this person, ship that person, but we don't actually do it. We actually there's a story and there's a little something called, I don't know, that there needs to be some logic thought to it. So from what I understand, Ryoko and Shinako, whatever, some bitch, they don't go together well because apparently they like the other people. they enjoy. Well, first of all, Ryoko, I want to smash him in the face because basically he's just a guy that likes somebody who happens to like him back. That's what he thinks love is. In a way, that's kind of what makes love. That's the whole reciprocating thing of love. If someone likes you, you could, why the fuck are you even with them? You know what I mean? It's like, but that's not love. Of course it is. That's part of it. But then, you have Shinako and Crybaby Ro over here who, what we learned from that interaction is if you cry and snivel and pout the whole time, eventually you get the girl at the end. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how it works. It's not about romanticizing them and saying that, I'm going to be a good person. It's, come, you want a hug. You know, that's how you get the ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, they end up being with these people at the end. Even though Ryoko and Shinako known each other since college, happened to, they always hung out with each other. They ended up being friends, and then they wanted to be more than just friends. Normally, that's how relationships start. Not in this world. In this world, you fall in love with somebody who just picked up your damn tickets that fell on the ground, and somebody's dead boyfriend or brother or whatever just happens to be, it's like, oh, I love you, girl. Come sit on daddy's lap. God, it just...
Sit on daddy's lap.
Because he wishes he could be older. He's trying so hard to be older, but he's an angsty little prick, and I hate him. And yet he's going to be all up in Shinoko at the end of this series, and I don't understand where all of that was leading to, except for the basically say this was written by people that just wanted to give the fans what they wanted. They didn't care about an actual story. They make great characters, but I story, logic, that all goes out by the wayside. So, I couldn't be any more or less disgusted by this show than I am right now. But I know someone who probably hates it more than I do, and I give the floor to you, Sasuke the Savage.
All right. So let's start right here. I'm not mad at the destination of, I guess, Haru and Rikuyo. I'm not mad at the destination. I'm mad at how we got here. I'm mad at the process because while I could see this ship coming, and I was really worried around episode 10 because I felt like the previous episodes were beating Haru up so much. I felt like some bullshit was going to happen at the end of the episode, or at the end of the series, to make Haru and Rikuyo get together. Because I just felt like they just kept beating on Haru too much to where I'm like, okay, what are they going to do for the last episode? Are Shinako and Rikuyo, are they going to take the plunge and hold hands for the first time or something? Because they don't even kiss. So I didn't know what was going to go on the last episode because it felt like something had to happen with Haru because she was just so out of the story. And they end up being together. And I don't even really have an issue with Rikuyo having this epiphany that him and Shinako aren't meant to be together. It's just that, again, it felt like the rug was pulled from under us. Because not only did Rikuyo feel this way, but Shinako felt this way. And then again, Rikuyo hasn't shown, at least in my eyes, any romantic interest at any point when it came to Haru. He treated her like a friend, but he never showed that she was even a viable option to be a partner for him at any point. He kept her at arm's distance. And while I could understand that if he was already in a relationship with Shinako and he kept her at a distance and he just didn't want to get close to her because he was in a relationship, he's been keeping her at a distance before Shinako was even a thought. So that's my biggest issue with it, because he kept treating her like a kid, and all of a sudden he felt like, yeah, Haru is the one for me.
Exactly.
Yeah, it felt like it came out of thin air, because he went as far as to say he loved Haru, and I did not see this. I did not see this throughout the whole story. It felt like he was treating her like she just did not belong in the same, age class as him. So, and then with Shinako, it's even worse in my eyes, because she's been beating Ro up. She's been like, I'm in love with your brother. You're just a kid. And then all of a sudden, I mean, we we didn't see anything, but it was heavily implied that those two were getting together. So that specifically didn't feel right to me. I feel like the destinations of these two relationships aren't the problem. It's just that it happened way too quickly, and I feel like we didn't get any steps because this has to be an anime. I actually talked to somebody who reads the manga. This is an anime original ending, or at least there was a lot cut out to get to this point. So I feel like it's a lot of steps that we're missing to get to where we are right now. Because I didn't get confirmation on whether or not these ships happen in the manga as well, but there's steps missing, and that's my biggest issue. It just felt like a big leap from Shinako Rikuyo being good with each other to him turning to Haru literally in the last half of the episode.
So my opinion, I thought it was an okay episode. It was pretty. It is fine. The ending itself, like, as an isolated thing, it's fine. It would be. It's fine. That is how I described the last episode. Now, do I think this ruined the whole thing? Do I think this is like a spit in the face or whatever? No. But there are issues with this episode that, and it's stuff that you guys have already said. So it's stuff like why did Rikuo just immediately come to this conclusion that he loves Haru out of nowhere? Also, Shinako just coming to the conclusion as well. But also the fact that their relationship is going to be extremely toxic. Like, oh my god. Like, Shinako is going to baby this kid, and Ro is going to, he's going to be a kid forever with her. Because she's never going to, be able to tell him anything. She's going to keep everything a secret. There's going to be no communication. These two are going to be awful for each other. And why is that? Why do we have these relationships that have suddenly appeared out of thin air? Why does Riko suddenly love Haru and Shinako and Ro? Well, it's just they kind of cut to the end there, didn't they? They needed more episodes. That's kind of what they needed to do. And to me, the episode just isn't bad. It's kind of like a disappointing ending, but I don't think it's this, thing has ruined the whole series and what it means. I don't think it means, those good episodes we've had before don't mean anything. I don't think anything like that. And it's okay if you think that way, but that's just for me. And I think the last episode could have been done better if we had the stuff, in between to get to these moments.
Oh, yes.
It's just, for me, this series is branded, at least in my eyes, as a coming of age series, and we didn't really see specifically. I guess you could say we seen Rikuyo, how he struggled with finding an ambition because he was just working at a convenience store just because, just to get by. But then he started to find a passion with photography. So that became a thing that he, through some pushing with his friend, I forgot his friend's name. I think it was Fukuda, something like that.
Fukuda Matata. What a wonderful phrase.
Yeah. He became a photographer through that, and he started to, gain confidence in that field, and he eventually quit his part-time job. So he came of age. Nako really was already complete.
You're talking about Minato.
Minato? Was that
I think so. The freaking Chad who just basically was like, "Hey Haru, I used to like you in high school." That guy?
Oh no, not him.
Damn it!
Not him. It's his friend who got married.
Okay, the one that's not as cool. All right, go.
Um. Yeah. We seen Rikuyo come of age, but I don't think we seen Ro come of age, and that's the biggest issue. That's the reason why I cannot see this ship with him and Shinako, because it seems entirely one-sided. Shinako showed no, when I say no interest, she kept pushing him away. Like there was no, the only interest she shown was the connection that Ro looked similar to his brother, his late brother. That's the only type of interest she has ever shown in him.
You
And
know
she
what's
even
gonna
admitted that I never looked at him really.
you know what's gonna happen now. She's gonna say, "Can you legally change your name to whatever the fuck his name was, and then just put a bag over your head?" You know?
Yeah, that's the issue. That plot line wasn't really resolved. I feel like the fact that she keeps looking at him like like his late brother. I feel like that's a big issue, and it just was never resolved because there wasn't enough episodes. If this was 18 episodes like we initially thought, I wouldn't feel like how I'm feeling, even if we got this ending, because I feel like it would be steps in between that to make me feel much better. Like I wanted Haru to win from the beginning, but the way it happened, I'm not happy with this because I feel like it came out of thin air.
I think, yeah, I agree. I think it came out of thin air. I think QRW6 puts it really well. Shipping hurts the fandom at times, and that is something that I wanted to talk about as well. And once again, if your thought process is different, like that's fine. Like if that's how you like, if you want your favorite characters to so-called win and all that, there's nothing wrong with that. But I do think
Everything wrong with. No, I'm kidding.
well, I think there's a cool discussion around it. I think QRW6 is right. Where it can at times, it can set expectations where you get too much in the fandom and you're like, you want this person and that person to win. And to me, it was obvious that he was going to get with Haru eventually. I just wanted to see the middle portion of Shinako and Rikuo's relationship, I wanted to see how their relationship failed and how they came to these conclusions. And yes, we saw the ultimate conclusion. We didn't see the build up to that conclusion, which makes the conclusion I don't want to say make more sense, because their reasons for it made enough sense to me. Even though I think Shinako's is a little bit cliche, it still made enough sense. Riko is just like, how love that kid is with you. That's all it really takes, because it's true. And but it's what the issue is the fact we don't see Shinako come to those conclusions herself, that she loves of Ro. We don't see those conclusions. But I also think as well, I think with this, with what was, I guess, what we didn't see, like, I just think that there would be such a easier way to just add, maybe like just add another episode, just add an anime original episode that lets them come to these conclusions, because you could already see the cracks in their relationship at episode 11 when Shinako isn't even, they're not really, talking to each other. And Rikuo was like, you didn't tell him, did you? You didn't tell him that we're going out. She's like, I'll tell him. And all these weeks pass, all these months pass, and then you got the situation you got at the end of episode 11 and the beginning of episode 12. It was obvious for anyone that as soon as the relationship started, it was unhealthy. I also think that those two were better friends than they were partners in that sense. Like, I think they can be partners as in friends, like really, really good close friends. And that's what I think they will be, and I think that's what they should have been from the start. But like, I don't know. It just we just needed something as a primer to this episode to make us understand why they came to the conclusions a little bit better. they did it enough of a good job as they could have. I think I'm gonna give them credit on that, because the scenes where they sat down and they talked to one another on the bench. By the way, beautiful art, Dogo Koba. You're amazing. I love your art. Stop making lolly shows. Which is unfair for me to say, I realize, but that's just my own selfishness. When they sat down and they talked, it was like the voice acting was so great, the art was so great, the writing was so great. If we saw the build up to it, and that's just the issue. You just didn't see the build up. And I just think it's disappointing. Like, we could have saw more, and I already primed myself for this by episode 10. Like, as soon as episode 10 aired, I'm like, yeah, there's no way this is going to be a clean wrap up. So my expectations going in were, expect the final episode to be a little bit disappointing, and it was. And I think that's why I don't hate it as much as you guys do, because I expected it. It's kind of like with Orisuki. Do you guys remember Orisuki?
Don't remind me of that shit.
What's Orisuki?
Well, you guys
don't remind me.
You guys loved that show, and like
I don't even remember.
Pansy glasses
with the bandages around her boobs. But if you remember, you guys
Hold
loved
on,
that show.
I'm gonna look this up. Hold on, because I really don't remember. Hold on.
But you guys loved that show. You loved that anime, and by like episode 2 or 3, I was like, "This ain't gonna be good, you guys." And you guys are like, "Oh man, it's so great."
Oh yeah.
I feel like
the first 3 episodes were great. And then everything else was. Oh.
Did you finish it, EA?
Nope.
I finished it, so.
Oh, no, I never finished it because those were so good. Like the first 3, I'm like, this is the mountaintop. You can't get any higher than this. This is nope.
They got really bad.
But yeah, like that's like, I feel like it was one of those situations where you guys loved it, and but I was expecting it. Now, granted, it wasn't a SeaTactics was right situation with yesterday, I guess. Like, nobody was like, yeah, SeaTactics, you were right, this anime was shit. It's more of like, I don't know. You know, it's just, this is like one of those, other one of those similar situations. Where, like, you guys loved it until the very end, and I could see it coming. And I think that's what helped me kind of, like, soften the blow a little bit, so to speak.
You know, maybe it's just my fault for not wanting to expect things. I always go into things kind of with an open mind, thinking, maybe this is the way it's going to go. And the way that the story was being told, I thought it was going a certain way. But, you know, had I actually thought, well, it's going to end with them and them, maybe it wouldn't have been as shocking to me. But because we were at that certain part at the story, and then it just all of a sudden came out of nowhere, just boom, get with the other people. It just caught me by surprise, and it just blindsided me, and I was like, okay, this is not cool, man, not cool. So that's probably what happened with me. But other than that, yeah, I agree. If it had more time to tell that story, it probably would have made more sense. But I feel the way that I do because of the way that they set everything up. So I can never forgive them for that.
The thing is, I saw it coming. It's just that I didn't want it to be true.
I guess I'm just oblivious.
It's kind of like, okay, when I talked about how Haru kept getting beat up and how she kept being, for lack of better words, she was being cucked for a lot of the episodes. It's kind of like, okay, if I relate it to, let's say like Dragon Ball Z. You know how when the hero is winning too much, like they're winning overwhelmingly, you're like, wait, okay, the
something's
villain
gonna
at
happen.
Some point, Yeah,
Yeah.
at one point the villain's got to do something. It's kind of like when they just keep doing key blast over and over and fucking over, and then there's like big smoke, and then you're like, and then the heroes are like, we got him. I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
you don't.
Those
No,
were
you don't.
always the best, where it's like just a pile of smoke. Yeah, we killed him. This guy is going to destroy the fucking world. Do you think we got him?
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Nails in the Return of Cooler movie, not the Return, the Metal Cooler movie. And they like blow. No, maybe it's Piccolo. They like blow him up, and they're like, "We got him. We're robots. We're so cool." And it's just like, it clears, and he's like, "Hit." He just blows them all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I equated to because it's like, for me, I kept seeing Haru get beat up, and I felt like at some point she's got to be a viable option, or else this love triangle isn't going to be a love triangle. It's going to be a I don't even know what the fuck to call it.
A love trapezoid.
Trapezoid.
Wait, what?
Who are the other
you added
people?
more dimensions to it?
I'm sorry. Wasn't she in love with like two other? Anyway, keep going.
Haru's in
Yeah, it
love
was
with
just like-
Satsuki now.
No, that can't happen. No, that can't happen. No.
I think it should.
You deserve to have a woman that lives with a bird.
Yeah, you deserve to have a woman who lives with a crow and also kind of has the haircut of a crow. Kind of.
Can
looks
I
like
say
a crow.
something about the crow?
Maybe she's probably a crow. Let's be real.
The crow had subtitles. I want everyone to know that. Like whenever it went,
Konsuke,
it said
Konsuke
"caw."
is an important character. Okay.
He
Konsuke's
actually
a
has some
Falali now?
favorites. He has some favorites on my anime list. So some people have him as their favorite character.
Hey, Konsuke.
I mean-
crow.
I mean,
Konsuke
and
no
he,
Naka.
like I said, he actually has some words that translate, and it's "caw."
Those are some pretty deep words. Did you not?
I
Hear
mean-
caw? Did you not hear him say that?
Oh man,
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
I look at life so different now
So,
after that "caw."
it was more moving than the ending to The Last of Us.
Oh my god,
Topical.
telling me.
Gray, with a perfect comment, says, "Did that girl get the I Love Amelia syndrome?" I think she did.
Which girl?
Yeah,
I think
that's true.
Haru loves Amelia.
Shinako.
Oh, Shinako loves Amiria?
Was it Shinako?
Ooh, wait.
I thought I thought it's Haru that gets because Haru is at the beginning like I love you, Rikuo, and then like Rikuo is like I love Shinako.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
So I think
Yeah,
Haru
that's-
got I love Ameliad.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, that's what you meant.
So this would be the equivalent of Subaru saying, "Rem, I love Amelia," and then all of a sudden him breaking up randomly with Amelia and going back to Rem.
That's the thing. I would see. I was thinking that I thought they were talking about from the perspective of Subaru coming to that realization.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wouldn't even equate it to that because I felt like, for me, especially in my rewatch of ReZero, that wasn't surprising that Subaru said that at all, and it really wasn't surprising that Rikuyo said that. It's just that, again, the steps in which it happened, it felt like it came out of nowhere. It was like, wait a minute, huh? It's like they planted the seeds here and there, because I also noticed that if you look at the scenes with Shinako and Ro, she never showed her necklace off to him. There was one scene where she was wearing the scarf, and there was another scene where she was at home and she wasn't wearing the necklace, and that was after she came home from hanging out with Ro. So she never really wore that relationship on her sleeve at all. So like it showed that there was, like C said, there were cracks with that relationship. But again, it felt like they planted a seed. I turned one way for 5 seconds, and then a whole fucking tree sprouted.
Wait a minute, I don't remember putting this here.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, I got a girlfriend, and holy fuck, I love Haru.
No. it's like, oh man, Shinako, so great. I love you, Haru.
I love you. Hold on, let me say that again. I love you. What?
I don't know.
You
It's
know
just
what?
coming
that
out
he
wrong.
met the parents. I wanted him to meet the parents. I wanted to see what will happen then.
Yeah. You know what? They needed to make an OVA of both of them meeting the parents. Could you imagine? Hi, I'm now dating your other son.
Oh God, that would be awkward.
Oh my god.
I'm dating your younger son.
The thing is, like, I think Haru and Ro are the same age because Ro is he's going to college. It's just that they feel especially awkward just because they are childhood friends.
Dude,
and again,
when
Shinako never looked at him in that way.
When Ro woke up and looked at the album cover with Haru on it, I was like, they better not fucking have Ro fall in love with Haru. No.
I thought they were going in that direction. I feel like they planted the seeds for that as well.
See, that would have
Be an
been
option.
worse, in my opinion.
I
would
agree.
have.
That would have been terrible.
I would have jumped out of this building had that happened. I would have been like, "There's the window. It's not open. I don't care." Smash.
Oh my god. It's like a Call of Duty game where you just like walk over and you just like walk through the window like nothing.
Yeah, except you fall a good 3 stories to your death.
Yeah, but you have Commando Pro, so it's fine. You'll survive.
Right.
Mallet says, to be fair, that Haru animation when Rikuo proposed. Which, yeah,
Wait.
animation was fantastic.
What?
Rikuyo repose? Wait,
Well,
did I miss something?
Like
Yeah, I
when he
was just
confessed.
saying.
I think he means confessed.
Okay.
Oh, I get it. Like she has that animation where she goes from shocked to eyes glittering to blushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was well animated.
And she's like, 35 points.
She's like 5'0", and then all of a sudden she jumps into this guy's arms and starts making out with him.
Incredible.
Yeah. And then Shinako didn't kiss this guy in like 3 months. What the? I understand taking it slow, but god damn.
I mean,
Listen, Shinako. We haven't even held hands one time.
No, that's like base. That's like the last base in anime, at least. Holding hands is like equivalent to having sex.
Well,
I know, right? It's holding hands. Oh!
it's like Rikuo and Shinako.
You're holding
sit
my
down.
hands too tight, senpai. Please release the grip.
Or talking on a first name basis. That's my god.
That is. Oh, whenever they go that route, it's like I just called her by her first name. I'm sorry, we were interrupting you. See, continue.
It doesn't matter anymore at this point. You've completed it for me. You've completed the joke. It's fine.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Did I steal your thunder? I apologize.
No, I mean it's totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm just gonna cry, but it's fine. And I hate you all, but it's fine.
Hashtag C cries.
So, after this anime came out, made me appreciate Dogo Koba way more. Just as a studio that should not be doing lolly shows anymore. Are you guys going to be watching IWGP next season?
Wait, what? IWGP? I'm
okay.
down with Gregory Prospect. Who?
Gregory Prospect. The International Western Gregory Prospect.
Oh, I'm slapping my knee.
It stands for Ikebukuro Westgate Park. It's another Dogo Koba show, adapting another manga from the 90s.
Westgate Park?
Yeah, or if you want to, it's the International Wrestling Grand Prix. If you're a fan of IWGP and NJP.
Is it about wrestling?
No, it's about a guy whose like girlfriend is killed in like gang wars and like.
Oh dang!
Yeah, and he has to live with that, and
That sounds kind of cool, actually.
There's like the mob or the Yakuza.
If only he doesn't end up with a bird girl named Haru, I think it'll be great.
I am the leader of the crows, Haru. You all fear me for one reason, and it is my control over the crows.
Squawk.
I can call them, multiple of them, up to 3 at a time, and they can annoy you. As I flap my arms pretending I'm flying, while obviously feet on the ground and not levitating whatsoever, I demand money. That's right, you must donate to the Church of Crow Lady. $50 per person.
I like your impression of the guy from Warriors that say, "Can you dig it?" That's pretty good.
Well, I don't even.
So we're killing this too, right?
Yeah. It was never good to begin with. I never liked
That's
it
right.
to begin with.
That's right. You left a hole in my heart that can never be filled except with alcohol. So now I'm killing you.
I don't have to resort to alcoholism, anime. This
That's
is totally
right.
not my fault at all.
Alcoholic Animes Anonymous.
This is at no point in juncture should I get the actual willpower to quit. It's all this anime's fault.
Yep.
That's pretty good, Malice. Tim from Holy Grail.
What are you talking about? I am Haru the Crow Lady.
I love Holy Grail. That is like so good.
I love you.
I love you.
Damn it.
Oh.
Man, how we've grown over the years. I mean, when I told you that the first time, you turned as red as Haru did. I was like, I love you. You were like, I love you too.
I mean, Haru just fucking punched. Cool.
That's right. Haru fucking punched
and yet he still said, I love you. I would have had to have thought about it after that. I would have been like, I don't think this is a good time.
Would you reject her after she just fucking punched you like that?
It depends on where she punches me. You
got a choice at that point. She's gonna beat your ass.
If she punched me right in the dick, I think I would be like, I'm just gonna get on this bus and turn right back around. See ya.
The crow's gonna just, oh my god.
I know he's gonna go for the eyes. Go for the ghoulies? Oh, no. No. You know what? It was a bad decision altogether to go back there. If only she would have gotten on that bus, she never would have seen him.
Oh, God.
But
I was happy they didn't do that cliche.
But then the crow went ahead and the crow was like, there it is!
Stop the bus! Bus operator, stop the bus! I see the love of my life. I must charge him $50 for my presents. As I flap my arms.
I'm at least happy that this show didn't really fall into a lot of cliches that I felt like it was going to fall into. Like a lot of things that I don't like about romance anime. First and foremost, my biggest pet peeve is people just simply not talking to each other and resolving issues that could be easily resolved. That's one of my biggest pet peeves, and that wasn't really an issue with the show. Even though I don't like it, at least Shinako and Rikuyo had that conversation on the bench to where they're, exploring their feelings and realizing that they don't feel love for each other necessarily.
Yeah, they feel love in a friend type of way.
Yeah,
they ended it with a fucking handshake.
Yeah, that flew in the 90s. They didn't fly in 2020.
Just like Haru and Minato.
That's right. I wonder if that's symbolism for, hey girl, I got to hold your hand. And that's all I ever wanted was senpai touching hand.
That's dirty.
No.
QR6. God, we're getting the gambit of comments for this show. QRW6, spring anime season could have been so much better, but appreciate what I got, and COVID is the biggest antagonist the world has faced.
Oh my god.
And the only
That is so true.
The only person that can defeat Corona-chan, Majin Corona, is Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Pro. Oh my god.
I mean,
and if it
I don't
proves
know
too
about
powerful,
that.
Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Sexy Goku, as we call
I
it.
mean, Goku freaking would have died to a heart disease if it wasn't for Trunks.
Oh, that's right. So he's like he's immunocompromised.
Right? He's so he's had other issues in the past. So
He's
if
fine.
he was to he's not fine. If he was to try to fight Corona, he would be like, "Oh, my heart's acting up again." God, you know what he needs to do now? He needs to wear a mask, and he'll be fine.
Yeah. He'll be fine. So he needs to social distance from his opponent, wear gloves and a mask. He'll be fine.
Yep,
he only needs to use key blast.
Just
because those things work.
Yep, the smoke will settle and be like, "We got him." Krillin, shut the fuck up. That never works. Let's wait till the dust settles, okay?
Woohoo! Ride 'em, cowboy.
You gotta love the dub.
The dub is great.
Well, which one are we talking about? The good one or the really bad one?
The really bad one.
Oh, you're talking about the ocean dub?
Oh no, the ocean dub was the good one.
What's the really bad one?
It was the original Funimation dub.
I thought that one was fine.
That was the one
I'm a
little came.
I might be a little biased. Well, you know what else came from that? Ally to good, nightmare to you, and all that other good stuff.
That is true.
I don't know. I mean, I know they changed it up a bit with the whatevers and whatnot, but I thought original Ocean dub Vegeta was the best. He had that voice that just fit him perfectly.
QRW6, Vegeta would be the only stubborn dude to wear a mask.
Yeah, he would.
I would see it. Just like how Vegeta wouldn't even wear earrings to save the life of everybody on Earth.
Right, he wouldn't wear
He's not
earrings.
wearing the mask.
He wouldn't do a dance. You know, he had to get his arm twisted to do a dance.
Yeah, he had to do the bingo dance. Bingo!
And he's just like, Kakarot, I am not wearing this mask.
I am not wearing this mask for you, Kakarot. You cannot get me to wear this garlic gun!
I am a warrior. You think warriors wear masks like this?
I am from planet Vegeta.
My
name is Vegeta. I am the Prince of all Saiyans.
I love how this turned into an audition for Dragon Ball Z. This is great.
Wait, why is Malice waiting for Railgun?
He's waiting for Railgun to come back.
Watching Railgun. QRW6
I finished
Vegeta didn't do Sensu beans at a time, so yeah, that's true.
I mean, that was me speaking, Mr. Otaku Hideout. It was me, the Prince of all Saiyans.
I am the Prince of all Saiyans. Vegeta.
I am also the Prince of all Saiyans, his twin brother.
Yes, we are both Vegeta.
And now I will dance with myself and become super infused Vegeta clone.
Bingo!
Super Vegeta. Just like in GT.
That's right. I put the M right on my forehead.
Majin stands for manly.
Oh,
damn it,
Kakarot. Right? Manly Vegeta, Super Saiyan.
Hey, it's me.
Aw, thank
Goku.
you, Otaku Hideout. Is that your Goku impression? All right, let me try mine. No, it's gonna be terrible. I can't even do it. This is like very like unique. Hi, it's me. No, I can't fucking do it. Like, I can't do it. I can just do Vegeta. That's all I can do.
I used to be able to do a Boo one. Kyoto 6, sorry to be off topic, but I have to admit Kaguya-sama has been awesome. Episode 11 was a touching episode. That's all I'm going to say. EA, what do you have to say about how disgraceful you've been for not watching Kaguya-sama?
Well, if it involves touching and I've seen the size of those cans, I think I'm going to start watching.
The Prince of all Saiyans, Vegeta, does not approve.
I don't know what this is about, but I need to watch Lolly Girls. Well, no, I'll eventually watch it. I don't know what's gonna come of it. But right now I need to catch up on ReZero, and of course, well, not catch up on it, just rewatch it, and then rewatch Snafu for the 500th time.
Well, you also have to watch Memory Snow and the Frozen Bonds. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to watch Golden Showers Kamui.
What the?
Where does it get the Golden Showers? I was talking about ReZero.
Oh shit.
There's 2 OVAs that came out for ReZero. It's called Memory Snow.
When you said snow, I was thinking, oh, Golden Kamui. That's right. We gotta watch it for season 3.
And Golden Showers came out of nowhere. I don't know what's happening.
This video is gonna not be demonetized.
Oh, it's already demonetized. There's no way it's not. So I guess we're done.
Yep.
So, guys, where can they find you?
You can find me everything animated on YouTube's. I recently made a video like a couple weeks ago. It's the first video I made in a while. I'm pretty proud of that video. Aw. Sorry, I just saw Otaku Hideout. I started a YouTube because of you people. Aw. Well, thank you.
Yeah, he mentioned that before in one of the comment sections. I'm very appreciative of that.
I missed it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man. Yes, made a video. I'm really proud of it. I'm going to be working on another one. I also have another channel coming out next week with me and my girlfriend. It's called The All Elite Couple. And basically what it is, it's a reaction channel. It's a reaction channel where both her and I just watch stuff. There's wrestling involved because it's all elite wrestling. And obviously other types of wrestling, it's not just going to be catered to just all elite. And other stuff. You'll see. Next week is when it starts. But yeah, that's All Elite Couple. And I'm looking forward to doing... Just kind of showing my other side whenever I do that stuff. And you get to see my girlfriend, too.
Oh, shit.
Are
they going to... That could... I'm not... Okay, whatever. Sasuke, go on.
First, Otaku Hideout. I want to check out your videos, see if you're worth a damn. But this just first impressions, just looking at his thumbnails and such.
Yeah, his thumbnails are very good. I think I accidentally hit unsubscribe for you, and I was on mobile. It was bad. Sorry.
He looks legit.
I think that was false.
Wait, me unsubscribing accidentally?
You were like, this guy, I gotta unsubscribe from him. Who does he think he is?
Who is this Otaku Hideout?
Oh, I'm not subscribed to you. I'm gonna do it right now, Otaku. Boom, subscribe.
The promotion of a lifetime right now.
That'll be $20.
I am Haru the Crow Lady. I am in your presence. You already know. Give me the money, damn it.
Did you just say presents?
Yes.
Give me that presents.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah, that was great. Oh, but yeah, Sasi, aren't you making a Haru no Naka noises only version of yesterday, otherwise known as the director's cut?
Finished.
Oh shit.
That's kind of out in my burner account, but at this point, I don't care. But yeah, it's finished. On an account titled Smug Madoka. All you have to do is look at the Madoka, and she's very fucking smug.
And she goes, no.
There's a lot of size too.
Hey, just so you know, the guy who played Rikuo played Legoshi in Beastars. Haru.
Oh,
Which the person he loved in that show is named Haru.
oh yeah,
Haru
that's
Chan.
true.
I haven't seen
Haru.
any of Beastars.
Beastars is great. You'd love it. We should do a Nakama Club on Beastars.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it. I didn't read. I mean, I read like 40 something chapters of it, and I never continued. But yeah,
I'd love to just rewatch the show.
haven't watched the anime.
Me
So
neither.
good. So good. Same people did Land of the Lustrous. Anyways, what are we doing? Are we Sasuke?
We're
We're
Oh shit. Oh yeah. Find me at King Daniels Jr. Twitter. I'll be the horny guy thirsting over
the
Akito.
horny guy? Is that
Yeah. It happens.
all right?
It happens. It was one day I was drinking. First of all, guys, don't drink tequila. All right, just say no to it. But I just randomly posted. I guess it wasn't random, but I posted like borderline hentai of Saber and
God.
Iris. Borderline. Yeah, so that happened.
We're having technical
I'm
difficulties. I apologize.
I just spit all over my monitor.
It was borderline. It didn't show anything really, but it was. I mean,
I just love how
only
you
once
said
a
that.
few
You're
things.
like, it was like borderline hentai, but
Wait,
borderline hentai.
wait! Is this the first time in the history of the illustrious King of Anime podcast that I didn't bring up Fate first?
Might be.
Holy shit!
It was really good though. It was a nice picture. And then Kiritsugu was like walking in. It was great.
Walk
It was
right
funny
in.
and it was just a good.
Sit right
It was a
down.
good picture.
Oh, I've
Baby,
seen
let your
that.
hair hang
I've seen
down.
that. I know
Yeah, it's
exactly
like a
what you're
meme.
talking about, Satsuki. I've read that manga.
Wait. It doesn't come from a doujin. It's like a meme basically. It's like a template for it. It's basically
No.
where like two people have sex and then like I guess
No,
there's somebody that just walks in on it.
No, Satsuki. I don't think you actually know what's going on in that photo, because the manga is called Saber grew a
Boner.
She grew something she's not supposed to grow.
And Excalibur.
She grew an Excalibur,
Like I said, a
And-
boner.
and she goes around and she bangs all of the characters.
I-
And
Okay,
but
I'm
it's
going to
like-
send a picture to EA.
All right.
I don't feel like this is we're talking about the same thing. At least I don't hope.
Why are we still live? What the
I
hell?
don't know.
Just
I don't know.
Just do stuff, guys. I don't even know at this point. Just do stuff like make sure like there's t-shirts you can buy sometimes. I think they'll go to these guys as well, or either that or I'll take all the money and spend it on booze or Saber fanfic, apparently. Thanks
That'd be
everybody
good.
for watching. I appreciate all the support, and we did get demonetized Otaku Hideout. It has already happened. Anyways, thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week with the King of Anime Spring 2020 Awards. Bye-bye.
Later.